So Twitter hack wasn't all about some Bitcoin. It could be a sign of a bigger attack. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to a new episode of our Tech Reviews, Trendings, and Life Matter, where we try to bring you closer to the meaning of technology. And today, we're going to talk about the recent Twitter hack and what are the 5 technical takeaways from this event. Before we start talking about the 5 takeaways, let me remind you to subscribe to this channel if you want to learn new things. Let's also do a quick run on what happened so we can understand this better. So here's what we know that happened on July 17th. 130 high-profile Twitter accounts were hijacked for the purpose of tweeting messages that solicited cryptocurrency scams. As a result, 12.58 Bitcoin, or close to $116,000, went to addresses mentioned in fraudulent tweets. So according to an official tweet, the social networking service fell victim to what they call a coordinated social engineering attack by people who successfully targeted some of the employees with access to internal systems and tools. The first element that we're learning is many employees have access to your personal data. This shows that Twitter can not only unblock your account, which is fine, but also that it has access to private messages known as direct messages or DMs, which are messages that are sent to or by you. So you can imagine how many people can easily have access to your personal data, whether you are a regular or a famous person. The second element we're learning on Twitter's platform is that its platform is vulnerable. Unlike Facebook or WhatsApp, messages on Twitter are not end-to-end encrypted. What does end-to-end encryption mean? Well, end-to-end encryption is a method of secure communication that prevents third parties from accessing data while it's transferred from one device to another. It's like having a shield on your private messages that no one can open except the intended person. But speaking of vulnerable platform, maybe it's time they think of adding more secured features such as geo-awareness and multi-factor authentication for users to log in, which will make it more logical and less susceptible for any random user to log into any account. The third takeaway that we know is this wasn't a Bitcoin scam. In fact, Bitcoin most popular application, Coinbase, helped stopping more money going to the hackers by simply flagging transactions. Bitcoin is extremely hard to trace, and the 3 separate cryptocurrency wallets that the cyber criminals used have already been emptied. The digital money is likely to be split into smaller amounts and run through something so-called a mixer, which is like mixing different sources of Bitcoins. It's a method to make it even harder to trace back to the attackers. So even though they only collected 12.8 worth of Bitcoins, which is about $116,000, it's really considered a small amount for such a huge job. It looks like they decided not to take them out of Bitcoin, but instead keep them for a better Bitcoin price. So it's really interesting what they did. They stole some money and decided to invest with it. In a way, it's sad to see how the great blockchain technology was used in this scenario, but you know what? It did its job. The next takeaway is the type of the attack, which is considered to be something called coordinated social engineering attack. So this wasn't a typical software or platform hack, but instead it was rather logical, or you can call it brain attack, for one or many employees, where the hacker pretends to be someone credible or pretends to be another colleague, then tricked to provide a reset password. This is a well-known problem in the IT world, and it's a difficult one to solve. Yet, it's not enough to train employees to recognize fake messages. So the next generation of cybersecurity tools needs to focus on cyber hygiene, or how healthy the system should maintain itself. This can be done by actively providing a lens on what information about a company and its employees is available in the public, and finding ways to restrict and protect information related to the privacy and integrity of each individual. Perhaps start using digital IDs instead of emails. The last takeaway from this is what happens next then? How does the next use of Twitter look like? Even though this happened already and have been put well under control, but the damage may have already been done and a lot of questions and concerns are being raised now. Well, now you have more users who are probably removing and changing a lot of their personal data, as more users fear this could happen again anytime. So this can mean either one or both of the following: less trust for Twitters and hence less sharing personal data, or an opportunity for another new platform to arrive to overcome this problem. Maybe a new social media platform. Well, who knows? All right, well, finally, I hope you learned something. So please tell us what you think in the comments section below. Thank you for watching.